Nation, happy Tuesday. Today's move class, we're starting with a 10-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds and reps as possible, starting with 10 kettlebell windmills, followed by 10 kettlebell single arm bent over rows, and then finishing the round with 30 plank hold kettlebell taps. So you'll cycle through those 3 movements for 10 minutes, then you get a 1-minute little breather before going into your next 10-minute AMRAP, which is going to be 15 kettlebell swings, 10 single leg kettlebell deadlifts, and then 30 kettlebell toe taps, which will be 10 reps of our deadlift on each side. So let's go through these movements. And if we don't have a kettlebell today, if you have a dumbbell, that's totally fine. We can still perform these movements with that dumbbell. So for our windmills, not a movement we do very often. Okay, so I am gonna show you weighted, but if you end up doing these unweighted, that is okay too. Okay, so you're gonna go nice wide stance with those legs. You're gonna take your kettlebell, press it up overhead, focusing on keeping your bicep close to your ear, and then you're going to hinge down, guiding your way down with your arm, coming down to your foot or the inside of your ankle before standing and repeating, okay? Wanna try to keep this arm locked out, nice and stacked over your body. You'll perform 10 reps on one side and then switch 10 on the other. From there, we're gonna go into a bent over row, okay? So we're gonna stagger those feet, hinge those hips, arm stays nice and long to start, and then we're gonna drive that elbow up to our back and focus on really pulling with those back muscles as we go through each rep, okay? Again, 10 reps on each side. From there, we're gonna place our kettlebell down on the floor, and we're gonna perform those plank hold kettlebell taps. So we're gonna get into a high plank position, pushing through those toes, belly stays nice and tight, and we're just gonna alternate tapping onto your kettlebell. Every time you tap means 1 rep, so you'll go to a total of 30. For our next set of movements, we're gonna go into a kettlebell swing, okay? So we're gonna go all the way up overhead for these, focusing on hinging from those hips, driving them forward, finishing with that kettlebell locked out overhead. Again, pushing those hips back, generating power, just letting the arms finish. Now, if we have a dumbbell, we're gonna stack our hands, okay? It's gonna be the safest way to hang on to your dumbbell, but everything else, again, remains the same. If you're not comfortable with going overhead with your dumbbell, we'll just keep it right to eye level. From there, we're gonna go into our single leg deadlifts, okay? So we're gonna plant one foot, and then from here, we're going to hinge those hips back leg kicks back, stays nice and long, and our weight is gonna be on the side of the leg that's planted, okay? We're gonna go nice and controlled through these as we go through each rep. If doing this with weight is too challenging, again, lose the weight, and we can do them body weight as we go through. If we need to modify it a little further, we can just keep that leg down as a little bit of support and then hinge those hips from there, feeling a good stretch to the backs of those legs. Again, we'll perform 10 reps on each side. Last but not least, we have our kettlebell toe taps, or if we're using a dumbbell, that's perfectly fine too. So place that kettlebell down, okay? And we're just gonna alternate tapping. Every single time we hit that kettlebell, it means 1 rep. So really try to focus on your technique through these movements. Don't necessarily rush through them, and get after it. Hope you guys have fun.